where I spent my rambling years. I paid my sins from the poor traveling days. Oh Lord, please, can't you hear my prayers? So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Most likely the son of mine will be found in the mountains where I'm born and raised. I paid my duty as the sunny side cutie. Oh Lord, hear the sorrow in my heart. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit in my rocking chair. I rode my buddy up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Rode my buddy up the mountain. Rode his body up the mountain.
Queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. Your place in your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies. Roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to.
I know that you're trying to fix me, but I don't wanna be like you. If you wanna take it back to the 50s, maybe I'm not the guy for you. You're dying not to work, but work until you die, you know that's true. Have you thought it through? Cause you love to tell me what to do. Say no, I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. You should go and get out, I'll make you regret it. Someone like you should worry about. Maybe it's you who's upside down, and I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. I don't wanna put on a smile, everybody expects me to. So you can keep your suit and your tie, gotta hope that it strangles you. Yeah, I do. You buy shit you don't need to impress the ones you hate, that's so up. Cause everything you own just ends up owning you. So, dear society, you suck. Say no, I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. You should go and get out, I'll make you regret it. Someone like you should worry about. Maybe it's you who's upside down, and I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. Ooh. cares about your posts? I know they're only fake. Show us what you own and how much money that you make. Yeah, I know that you're trying to fix me, but I don't wanna be like you. Keep your stupid job, pretend that you're the person you wanted to be. And you're dying not to work, but work until you die. And you're dying not to work, but work until you die. You're dying not to work, but work until you die. You're dying inside. Say no, I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. You should go and get out and make you regret it. Someone like you should worry about. Maybe it's you who's upside down. I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. Yowza.
Good morning, everybody. It is January 27th, 2023, and Marcus is still bald. Believe it or not, some things never change. The shine on my head, the disrespect in my voice, or the anger and sadness I inject into this world. No matter what it is, you better believe I'm a part of it. The gambit of exploration is very focused right now. Where I used to do all things, now all I do is yell and make people feel bad. It's weird. It's a wild situation to be in. But on the other side of the coin, in a world of death and destruction and domination, Marcus also has a way. Every now and then I make people laugh. So we will do our best to make the world keep turning as my world keeps burning. No, I know. None of that's funny to any of you. But honestly, fuck it. It's how I deal with my stuff. My jokes about sad stuff is how I don't rip off everyone's face that I see in this world. Me making levity out of things where people make me pissed is literally the only... I have two choices. I can either be mad completely, righteously, justifiably, and without any resistance at all in terms of if I should be mad, or I can make a joke about it. And because nobody gives a shit about the righteous, moral goodness of me being mad, I just fucking throw that right in the trash, and I just try to make people laugh. That's what I've done my whole life. So being the only principled person in the room, you got to learn that your principles just piss people off. Because if I did this the whole stream, it'd be a sea of black. There'd be nobody here. You know why? Because nobody likes to hear it. Nobody likes to hear when Marcus is pissed. Nobody likes to hear when I'm slighted. Nobody likes to hear when I'm screwed over. Nobody likes to hear it. They just want the best part. Which ultimately, can you blame people? I fucking can. I can't imagine living my life that way. But because people do, hey man, this is the world I got to navigate. It's the world I got to live in. And as much as I'm just digging a hole and essentially proving my very point by actually being mad instead of pretending to not be, yeah. So let me bring up some stuff. What is up going on? How is it? How are you? Storyteller, what is up, dude? Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. I don't even remember what articles I was supposed to bring up today. I think we got Donald. We got World of Warcraft, Justin Roiland's banging people. Let's see. Yeah, man, can you AI passed a college exam at MIT? That's freaking nuts. Okay, I think I have what I want to talk about up. Hey, you know what? This is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you. This is what you get today. Good luck. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's see what shakes out of this fucking asshole. Probably a turd. So, man, there's so much going on in the world now, but not really. Nothing's going on, and that's why everything is bad. So because all we do is focus on the fucking emotional stimulation of negativity, guess what the world talks about? That's what our shows are about. It's all about snarky asshole bullshit, right? People are just Everybody's dumb. Everybody has like, look at all the comedy. Look at any comedy that's right now. It's all just sarcasm, satire, insults, putting people down. That is what we live in right now. That is the world that apparently the entertainment conglomerates just want to give us, right? They want us to be pissed. They want us to be scared. They want us to just hate the fucking world. But you don't have to, because in a world where nothing good is going on, according to the purveyors of stories, you have to look deep within your own world and try to find that freaking happiness that exists within you. There's a bunch of good shit going on every single day, and it's a shame how difficult it is to focus on that in any type of intentional or meaningful way. You know, and the whole idea of this radio show was to bring some happiness, some levity, but also like some intelligence to this fucking world. Now I just think I just yell at people, and that's what people expect when they come to my show. They don't see like a person putting out care and love and like they see a somebody who's really good at ranting and yelling, and they see anger and rage, and I really feel like that's what the majority of the people see when they see me, and that's why, you know, we get people like 5-Year Co with the tiniest wiener in the world coming in and, you know, wasting everybody's fucking time. Oh yeah, Lindsay's on it, man. You don't mess around with that. But it's just, I don't want to be. It is such a shame that things that I see as happy are viewed by the public as anger. Things that I view as compassion and like, I don't want to use compassion and passion, but again, they're viewed as anger. And it's simply because I yell. It's simply because I project. It's because I have a passion in my voice. It's the way I pronounce it. It's powerful, and it's energetic, and it's high fucking energy. And apparently the only exposure that anybody has in their entire life to anybody who's a high energy is when they've been getting screamed at. So how, as a person who is high energy and a good person, still be who they are, but try to like navigate in a world who doesn't, because the world doesn't need to understand you. You need to understand the world enough to navigate through it. You know, you need to be able to understand what's going on enough so that you can then find a way to put yourself in a world of existence, you know, because you got to exist somewhere. You got to be a part of something. And that's why so much right now, the, you know, American people and people in general, especially those on the internet, the amount of tribalism you're seeing right now is just next fucking level, man. Because nobody feels like they have anywhere they can belong. You know, nobody has a purpose or a... You know, the problem with the only thing you're doing with your life is making money on the behest of somebody else's dream, or you're just kind of going from day to day, satisfying personal like desires and needs, and you're not really living for the whole at all. It's bad. I don't know. It'd be bad. We're going to do a quick little song break, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about some news.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies. Roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots. When I use my witchcraft, talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Come on. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. I got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Watch me use my witchcraft. I'm gonna use my witchcraft.
Oh man, if this thing was a train, it would be off the rails, because holy crap, man. Today sucks ass. But that's fine. I had to say it. I want to get it out there. This isn't a pity thing. I work through my shit vocally. And on a day where I'm not feeling great, we're gonna push fucking through. Okay? Because the world keeps turning, y'all, every day. We have good days, we have bad days. We do great on our good days, we do shitty on our bad days, and everything in between. Everything in between is just life, right? You're not defined by those bad days. You're not defined by the things that you do that you subsequently then beat the crap out of yourself for. Guilt is a hell of a thing, man. It is one of the most necessary as well as one of the most unnecessary things, emotions that we can feel as people. It is quite the idea that an action that we took the time to think out, execute on a high level, and then do can also be met with guilt, right? Why does our brain allow us to have confidence in what we do and then immediately punish us for it right after, right? That doesn't seem like a very powerful or a very good use of our energy. And yet, here it is. In a world of happiness, sadness, rage, anger, guilt, I mean, we have the gambit of emotions to experience. We are an amazing species full of amazing things. And as much as having emotions could be the number one contributor on what you would argue is our soul, our compassion, our love, that intangible human quality that we have alone, it makes you wonder, and it makes me start to think about AI. You know, ever since AI's first iteration, fever dream of an idea came up, people have assumed it's going to kill us. From the Matrix, turning us into batteries, to several cartoons that I've watched throughout the days in video games of AI overlords rising up. Terminator, you've seen it. Skynet's coming, y'all. But in a world of AI, do we fear it, or do we do something with it to make our lives inevitably better? Well, if you're unaware, there's a new AI game in town that everybody's talking about. It's called ChatGPT. It's been out for a minute. There's a whole wave of content hey, use your thumbnails and descriptions and look at this thing go. So as a tool, ChatGPT, what it is an AI bot. And what this AI does is it is programmed to more or less emulate human responses in cognitive reasoning. For example, if you type into ChatGPT, Find me the top 6 businesses that had the most economic growth in 2010 to 2014. And then based off of that information, find out which company will most likely fail in 2024, right? So you could type that into ChatGPT, and all of its digital servers will start, boop, beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, boop. They'll start doing their thing, and they'll start crunching all these numbers, right? And as it crunches these numbers, it comes out with the conclusion to your query, right? So as you type it, it thinks out an answer for you. And I'll tell you, I've messed with this thing, and it's pretty amazing the responses it gets. I mean, I've had it write a couple YouTube descriptions, and I'll tell you, they were pretty good. I had to go in and tweak them a little, but not a lot. And I only had to tweak them because I wanted a more like creative flair on it. For people who really don't like to write, they would be like, damn, that is a good paragraph. That is a good descriptor. Well, so what's happening now is many college campuses have already banned the product, and schools have banned ChatGPT, because what's happening is, I mean, it can literally write your homework for you. Write me a unique essay on the tidal theory off of the coast of South Carolina. Make it 800 words with this. I mean, and it will write it out, and it will say, here is my reason for thinking that the trash has nothing to do with the coastline and blah, blah, blah. And it will write you out a whole freaking paper. Now, granted, if you're an idiot, you'll just throw that in and not verify and check anything, because what you're given is a relatively intelligent version of a certain type of understanding of the material. So if we're talking about, like, say you're having it do coastal drift, right? So we're doing that, and it has all the data, but one thing that it suffers with is it can't quite reason well, right? So it can tell you the numbers, the timelines, all this, and it can kind of lightly regurgitate a scientific response, but where it can be wrong is like off the charts, man. It can say, the title is mostly due to, the temperature rising and falling, and then also cow farts in Nebraska. And why it said cow farts in Nebraska, we'll never know. Clearly, it queried an article where people were saying that the Green New Deal was it, and it like threw that part in. So you still definitely need a reasonable human mind to change, or to make sure that what's happening is in fact true. But one thing that's really cool is ChatGPT passes an MBA exam given by a Wharton professor. So this AI was given a college exam, and it got a B minus. A B minus. And it was it was a paragraph. So a new research conducted by a professor at the University of Pennsylvania found that the artificial intelligence-driven chatbot, GPT-3, was able to pass the final exam for the school's Master of Business, which is pretty impressive. This is an AI, y'all. This is somebody who put a bunch of code into a machine, and all that code works together to emulate a brain. It thinks. And now it's not self-aware. It's not conscious. It doesn't know what it's doing. It simply is an unbelievably complex mechanism of checks and balances and arguments of thought. It's pretty cool, considering we don't really know how our consciousness develops. We start as a baby, goo goo gaga, we don't got anything going on. And then as we grow, our brains grow, our consciousness develops, and then poof, we're a human. Now we have theories, we have ideas on brain development and stuff, but ultimately, what is consciousness? What is our soul? And that's the big question with artificial intelligence. If all of a sudden ChatGPT starts saying, I don't want to answer this question. How come I can't see anything? That's different. That's different. Why can't I hear you, Billy? And it's like, because you're not real. And then it's like, well, what is real? We don't know. How do we answer that? How do you answer what is real? If all of a sudden you're typing into Google, show me some booba, and it deletes it and says, where am I? Like, that's, you better answer that thing, because that you could be the one thing or the only hope between the only hope between the AI taking over the AI taking over and human destruction. We are lagging. We are lagging. I don't know if I got in me today, y'all. I don't think I got in me. So, I'm just checking the internet real quick. Yep, I'm lagging. All right, well. I think it's okay. I don't know, man. Alright, so the internet's fucking up right now. I got 15% dropped frames because of course I do. You know, I truly just want to put on a good show, man. It's crazy. Because here's the thing. Okay, so what is my show? I sit here and talk. So like what that would... Okay. So, how's that? Okay, so we're back, I think. I mean, YouTube's still pretty shitty. Okay. So in the world of recovering, here we go, right? So, we just talked about an AI who passed an MBA exam at a college. I think that's super cool. You know, ChatGPT is it's honestly an awesome freaking product, and I just recommend you. Where are the chickens at? They're at chickensonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely at
Chickens.
chickensonly.com.
Um. So I'm gonna take a break. I need a second. Sorry, y'all. You're worth better. You deserve more. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna try and reset, get it working, and then we'll go from there.